And here is the Vegan's Almanac for today, the 21st of August. August 21st is the International Day of Remembrance and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. A couple of questions we might ask are, what is terrorism, and what is deemed legitimate violence? It would appear that the term terrorism is quite subjective and is often used by those in power to discredit the actions of those undermining that power. For example, we know that any action Hamas takes is considered terrorism, but Israel's years of carpet bombing civilians is considered legitimate violence. Consider the Animal Liberation Front. The FBI continues to list them as domestic terrorists, even though by the FBI's own definition, the ALF is not a terrorist organization. Even the FBI admits that the ALF has never injured, much less killed, a single human being. And who are the real victims of terrorism around the world? Non-human animals who are subjected to cruelty too varied and too unthinkable to be named. The same non-human animals whom the ALF and every other animal rights organization and activist is trying to liberate from terrorism. Today is a great day to remember that one person's terrorist is another person's liberator. August 21st is also World Goat Day. Goats' personalities are similar to those of dogs. Goats wag their tails, respond to their names, and love to play with other goats and humans. Domestic and true wild goats are native to the rugged mountain regions and dry scrublands of Eurasia, Southwest Asia, such as Iran and Turkey, and parts of North Africa and the Middle East. Goats are intelligent, highly social herd animals domesticated around 10,000 years ago. Goats solve complex puzzles quickly and remember solutions for years. They communicate through unique bleats and can recognize individual voices and emotional states of other goats. Their unique rectangular pupils grant them 320 to 340 degrees of panoramic vision without turning their heads. Their hooves are also unique, with soft, grippy pads, which allow domestic and wild goats to scale steep cliffs or even trees. However, millions of goats face commercial exploitation worldwide for meat, dairy, fiber, and skin. Female goats are repeatedly impregnated to produce milk, used for cheese, yogurt, and fluid milk. Unprofitable or spent milk goats are sent to slaughter after a fraction of their natural lifespan. The goat dairy industry creates a surplus of offspring, and dairy kids are frequently separated from their mothers at birth and killed or moved into the meat supply chain. Goats are raised for meat, with young kids often slaughtered between 3 to 5 months of age. Breeds are farmed for luxury textiles like cashmere and mohair, facing intensive shearing and eventual slaughter when fleece quality declines. Goat hides are globally processed into leather products, shoes, and gloves. Goats are sweet and gentle creatures and should always be treated with love and kindness and be allowed to live their lives free from exploitation. The organization People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA, was incorporated on this day in 1980 by animal rights advocates Ingrid Newkirk and Alex Pacheco. PETA is one of the world's foremost and most controversial animal rights organizations. The organization has been criticized from all sides. Many believe them to be extremist and find their methods distasteful, while other activists criticize PETA's willingness to work with corporations and industries like fast food or fashion to make incremental improvements to animal welfare. Still others within the animal rights movement argue that PETA plays an outsized role, focusing attention on media controversies instead of concrete changes. Nonetheless, PETA has achieved a litany of animal rights reforms, convincing some of the world's largest fashion brands not to use fur, animal testing bans by thousands of personal care companies, ending the use of animals in automobile crash tests, closing the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey's circus, and exposing thousands of instances of animal cruelty across the world are just a few of the organization's accomplishments. And here's a poem for today, A Divine Image by William Blake. Cruelty has a human heart, and jealousy a human face. Terror, the human form divine, and secrecy, the human dress. The human dress is forged iron, the human form a fiery forge, the human face a furnace sealed, the human heart its hungry gorge. A Divine Image by William Blake. This has been the Vegan's Almanac with the reminder that to be fully human is to protect the powerless from terror, to be kind, compassionate, and a bringer of peace.